What a game. I think that was a high-level game. You got to give a lot of credit to Vanderbilt and Coach Stackhouse. I think he's one of the best coaches in the SEC. Again, he runs 1,000 sets, and they run 1,000 sets well. I thought our guys showed what competitive greatness, striving for competitive greatness is, to be at your best when your best is needed. In the gut of the game, we found ways to make plays both offensively and defensively to get the job done. That's what fighting through adversity is. And so our locker room is in a good place right now, and we're looking forward to getting to New York and compete for a championship. Adam?
Coach, your team was down 10 early in the second half,
Yep.
down 9 late in the second half.
Yeah.
What do you make, and you just touched on adversity and responding to it, but what do you make of how they were able to recover from those spots and finish this game the way that they did?
I'm not surprised at all, because that's the type of guys we have in our locker room. All right, we don't have quitters. We don't have guys that hang their head and want to stop playing. And in our huddles, they were as lively at that point in the game as they were in the beginning of the game. And so you had to look in your eyes and say, you know what, we're getting ready to do this. We need to stay together, keep our connectivity high, stay communicated, and find ways to get it done. And so for me, having them find ways in that manner at that point of the game, you know, that is huge.
And there were obviously some big plays late in this game. Adam Kunkel hit a big baseline jumper. Jack Nungy, that defensive play that he made to get you guys.
Cesar Edwards with that was a huge three at that point in the game. And so that's I don't want to single him out, but I do. That's a kid that has been fighting for that moment, persevering through every practice rep, not knowing when his number is going to be called, but he prepares that so whenever his number is called, he'll be ready. And so I was not surprised at that moment that shot went in, because he prepares himself each and every single day for that moment, and he was able to step up and make a shot for us.
And there were stretches in this game where it seemed like you guys struggled to get stops, but you look at the final stats, Vanderbilt didn't make a field goal for the final 3 minutes in this game. What changed there late? What allowed you guys to get the job done in that regard?
Just keep fighting, keep putting one foot in front of the other. Just because something don't work for a possession or two, that don't mean our coverage doesn't work. We got to probably have small tweaks, but we'll do what we do program. That's what we believe in. We got full belief in what we do as a system, a full belief in one another, and that's what we did. We persevered, just kept going, putting one foot in front of the other. That's what fighting through adversity is.
Jonas, was the last 10, 15, 30 seconds of this game kind of symbolic of what you guys have been through?
Yeah, but we expect adversity though. When you expect adversity, so a lot of people make mistakes when they go through life and think everything is going to be ice cream and peaches and cotton candy. No, that's not reality. Expect adversity. That will allow you to, fight through that. Yeah, we expect that.
And the actual play, the inbound play that gave them one last shot, what happened there?
Yeah, so that's 42 down. Avery Johnson's run that a lot, and so when we see that alignment, we knew exactly what they was going to be in, so we were prepared for that. I almost called a timeout. Classic overcoaching. Dante and Danny told me not to, so, but yeah, we figured that out.
Coach, looks like you guys are going to allow with the point Colby play format this today.
Swiss, no, his name is Swiss Army Knife.
Swiss Army Knife, okay. Can you guys talk about the dynamic he brings? Obviously, both sides of the ball today was really good offensively, but really kind of your elite guy on Pippen Jr. on the defensive side as well.
Yeah, so there ain't nothing on the court I don't believe Kobe Jones can't get accomplished. I think he's smart. He's got great size. He's an unbelievable ball player, can guard multiple positions, and he sees things. He sees things defensively that a lot of people don't, and he is I can't find enough words to describe what he means to our team, especially in the situation where we're down Paul, missing Paul, and for him to step up in this manner, I think it's huge.
And then you had a stretch in the first half where you went to Deontay for about 5 minutes or so. Was that just a size factor, or was there something you saw in the matchup?
So that's another kid. Like Cesar, he prepares every single day that whenever his number is called, he'll be ready. And he had a stretch in there where he made a difference. And so a lot of people look at his numbers, they only have 4 minutes and 53 seconds. Without those 4 minutes and 53 seconds, we probably wouldn't have won the game. We won by 2 points. And I think he had as big an impact on this team as Kobe did.
and my last one before I pass it on. So the last 2 games, obviously, Zach's come off the bench. Can you kind of talk about the spark he's given you guys in that role?
That's Zach Freemantle. That's what he's capable of. I'm not surprised by that either. That's Zach Freemantle from Teaneck, New Jersey. You know, that's him. I'm not surprised by that at all.
One more question.
He relishes that role too. I love that.
One more for me, Jonas, about the reward of going back to New York City, back to Madison Square Garden, and like you said earlier, fighting for a championship. What does it mean for these guys? What does it mean for the coaching staff?
Yeah, so we have the most sour taste in our mouth right now. So we cannot. I wish we could go up there tomorrow. This whole NIT started with the mindset of going up there and winning the championship, and we will let nobody diminish that accomplishment, having a chance to win a championship. Nobody can diminish that from us. Take that from us.
There were obviously a lot of really important plays in this game, especially late. I was curious though about tied 72-72. I think there's just a little more than a minute left, and Adam Kunkel makes that drive and finishes it off. What was the plan there? Was that ad-libbed, or is that the look that you wanted to get?
That was a look, but you know, Adam Kunkel's middle name is ad-lib. And so he reads the defense, but he's able to make plays. But again, we got confidence in our guys. We want our guys to be aggressive, but we want to be smart aggressive. I think the adjustment from game, you know, the last game we played to this game, we cut our turnovers by 8, right? And so it's one thing to be aggressive, but it's also smart aggressive. And so in that moment, you give Adam Kunkel the leeway or the license to make plays, but also understand how the defense is guarded. So I'm good with that.
You're down 9 with 5-something left, and Oda made like a couple of great defensive stops against Pippen. I mean, the guy was beating him earlier. He stuck with it. I mean, he had 2 great stops there.
So again, that's competitive greatness. I define competitive greatness as being at your best when your best is needed, regardless of how you started the game, how you played in the first 10, 15 minutes. In the gun of the game, the moment of truth, to be at your best when your best is needed, that's what DeJuan Odom gave us during that moment.
How many looks did you run at Pippin's?
Yo, I can't even count. I mean, hell, excuse my language, I didn't mean to say that, but we tried to change defenses, and he still had 28 points against us. We cut him down, I think, 9 points the second half. Yeah. So that's a huge win for Xavier. Can
you talk about the team's reaction to Jack's dunk in the first half? On the fast break?
I'm still lightheaded over that. It was a huge lift. Our crowd was amazing, you guys. I'm telling you, it's something special.
Thanks,
All right.
Jonas.